Hi guys, welcome to Yoga with Rob. Can't do this, make it exciting, wish I could, not very good at it. So this is yoga for depression. Shouldn't really make it exciting. Try and make it smile. Try and make you smile. So last few months been really struggling up and down with depression. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see that I had a breakdown earlier in this year. And I try to make positive changes in my life in order to combat the breakdown and combat this depression that I'm feeling. So the last 3 weeks, really been struggling, and I haven't done yoga for a week. So a couple of days ago, I really had to dig deep and just find a little bit of motivation to do some yoga. And it makes me feel better. It gathers the energy inside here, and it helps to combat the depression. I'm not being treated for depression. I'm not on medication. I'm not speaking to anybody about it. This is stuff that I'm doing myself. I've suffered with depression all my life, addiction, depression, low mood, everything. So I'm trying to put positive things in. So Spirituality Matters with Rob on YouTube. Check out my channel. I'm on TikTok as well. I'm on Instagram. So have a look at all of them. Not the most exciting guy in the world. I'm just trying to spread a message. So this is some kind of meditative yoga that I've been doing to help combat my depression. So the yoga helps channel the energy, which is better for meditating. I've got my little chakra map up on the wall here. When I'm dealing with my depression, I'm looking at my crown chakra and my root chakra. I'm trying to get the energy flow through my body. Crown, root, down through the heart. It's so important to try and focus on positivity and instead of letting the negativity weigh you down. So these are a few. Luckily, yoga for depression is a lot of the simple stuff. So we're looking at some basic poses that you can do in order to help just center yourself and help combat depressive episodes. A lot of this stuff just takes my mind off being depressed, and that's what helps. So we start off on the mat first, and it's about finding somewhere that you can sit and be relaxed in that pose. Yeah. Now I'm not very good at the lotus pose or sitting cross-legged because I have a problem with my hips, so I've had to find different ones. So one of them is the staff pose, which is a great one for maintaining the line for the energy to flow through your crown, out through your root, straight down your back. You know, it keeps kind of a relaxed tenseness, if that helps, if that describes anything. So I've got my feet together, nice straight legs, toes active, feet pointing up towards me. I'm going to put my hands on my knees, and I'm not putting any pressure on, I'm just putting them there to help. I'm going to try my head, I want the top facing straight up, I want that energy to come in, and I want my spine to be roughly straight at the bottom for the energy going out. I don't want anything to kind of interrupt that energy coming down, that channeling. It's a great position for meditation. It's a great position for pranayamas, for breathing exercises. So if we're getting the staff pose, nice straight position, shoulders down, nice and relaxed, but tense, but relaxed. Some nice deep breaths. And you probably find that you can sit in this pose for a while breathing. And because you're focusing on trying not to let your shoulders come forward and trying not to curve your back, you focus on sitting up straight and channeling the energy, keeping the energy flowing. It's a great way. It's a meditation technique for taking your mind off the troubles. Now, depression will creep in any way, shape or form. So the minute it sees a chink of weakness, it'll be in there. That negative mindset will be there. So the minute you find yourself drifting out of the position or struggling or just questioning anything, the minute your brain comes off the position, then change to a different position. So another great position, it requires a little bit of effort, a little bit of thought, which is great for depression. And that's the garland pose. Now again, because of my hips, this isn't a great one for me. but it keeps me focused and it keeps me thinking about what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get my heels together and feet flat on the floor, and then I'm trying to open my knees as wide as I can while still staying balanced, because the worst thing about this for me is the rolling backwards. I struggle to keep in the balance. But for depression, if I can get down, I mean, I can open my feet a little bit wider if need be. I can get down, get my back nice and level, nice and straight, like a TV aerial. I want to take in the energy from the top and I want it to go out of the bottom, not out of my bottom, just out of the bottom. So prayer pose at the front, shoulders down, nice, trying to relax. Some deep. Some deep breaths. Again, the minute I find myself swaying, the minute I find my head just tricking me into a negative path, then I can change. Now, some other good ones. So we've got positions here that are really good for the crown chakra. We've got positions here that are really good for the root chakra. And the beginner's pose is like the staff pose and the garland pose. They're really good because they keep you focused. It's actually a lot more effort than people might think to do these poses. If you're looking at the crown chakra poses, we've got some very simple ones like the corpse pose, which I'll show you when we're finished. But another good one is a tree pose. Now, you're not going to get my full body shot on here. You won't see my arms. So I'll just do it up to here. But a tree pose, wrong legs up. A tree pose calls for you to have your foot. So you're balancing on, I'm doing it with my right foot. So balancing on my right foot and my left foot at the side. Now, I'm not very good at that position, finding the balance. Yeah, and some people, we try to avoid the knee joint. We don't want to put pressure on the side of that knee. So some people like to do it there, pushing the knee out to the side, nice straight pose. Now, seemingly this is easier for beginners. I've got to be honest, I've found that, so if you put your knee up in front of you and then push it out to the side, I've found that resting it on the top here, on the top of my thigh, so my heel on the top, so it's kind of a friction thing. So this thigh's pushing across that way and this foot's pushing across that way, and it kind of holds. Now my balance still isn't great, as you can see. So I'm going to try find the position, focus a little bit. All this time though, my head's taken away from how I'm feeling. Now, once the motivation kicks in, I don't know about you, I want to do it. I want to achieve. So that really helps with the depressed mood that I'm in. It's getting onto the mat that's a difficult one for me. So knee up, out, foot in, into position, and then focus my eyes on something. So I'm going to focus just below the camera. And I'm going to get into the prayer pose with my elbows out, shoulders down, and just focusing on a point in front of me. And take some nice deep breaths. Now, I found this pose quite challenging when I started yoga. Now it helps me to focus because it gives me a lot of stuff to concentrate on. The balance for me isn't great. And another one that I found helps me with during depression is anything that grounds me to the floor. So be it with my head, my bottom, or my feet. Head, bottom, or feet. So another one is a headstand pose. Now again, I haven't got this down to perfection. But it's about balance, and it's about consciously thinking about overcoming something, about challenging yourself, and depression's like that. So this was one that I really enjoyed doing. So I put my hands together and just put my head inside there these elbows at the front are going to help me pivot as I push upwards. So I'm up into kind of a half headstand here. I'm pivoting on my elbows. My knees are together, my feet are together, and I'm just going to push upwards, trying to keep my balance on the conscious weight on my elbows at the front, my hands at the back and my head, trying to get my feet up as straight as I can, because I want that energy to flow through me. I want it to come down through my root chakra, down through my solar plexus, my heart chakra, my throat, through my head. And I'm just going to try and relax into it. I'm challenging myself to overcome my depression. I'm challenging myself to do something positive for me that I enjoy. So I'm going to curl my legs down in front of me again, and I'm going to gently bring myself down. Some of these poses can be quite challenging and quite daunting if you've never done them before. But I'll tell you what, depression is more challenging and daunting, and it lasts way longer than when you do a headstand. The challenge of that helped me overcome all sorts. Now, final one I'm going to show you today is the corpse pose, and it's a really nice one for when you're finishing off a routine. It's a really nice one for meditation, and it's a nice one for depression. It grounds you. It grounds you to the earth. It grounds you to the floor. It lengthens out your energy centers. It puts you in line with the universe. Now, yoga is an exercise, but it's also a life choice. And for a lot of people, yoga and energy and spiritualism go hand in hand, and that's how it's working for me. So with the corpse pose, I'm going to bring myself down. I'm going to just, my feet not too far apart, not off the mat, just comfortable for me. And again, I'm going to lower my body down, roll myself back, hands out to the side of me, off the mat if you want, palms facing upwards. And I'm just going to take some nice deep breaths. Now, if you're anything like me and you struggle from depression, this is the time when it's going to pounce on me. This is the time when it's going to say, aha, I've got you now. What can you think about? What bad thing can you think about? To kind of take you back away from this positivity, back into the negativity. And those thoughts, a lot of them are involuntary. They're happening regardless of me. And I've got to remember that. My thoughts aren't me. My thoughts are just a progression. So by doing yoga, I'm challenging that progression, I'm challenging that thought process, and I'm trying to overcome barriers that I've set for myself on a subconscious level. And just by concentrating on my breath in the corpse pose, I can maybe give myself 30 seconds of peace from my mind. Who knows, maybe longer. And that's where meditation comes in for yoga as well. And I'll do a couple of meditation lessons as well, because yoga and meditation actually go hand in hand. And when you're combating something like depression, it's such a valuable tool in just trying to find a different path. So anyway, my name's Rob. This is Yoga for Rob, Yoga with Rob for beginners. Spirituality Matters on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Please, a point here, this is what everybody else says, please like and subscribe. Subscription costs you nothing, but it gives me everything. Because I'm not monetized, I'm doing this for, I don't know, call it ego if you want. Just trying to help people. I want to help myself, I want to help other people. So I'll do a few more on yoga for depression, and I'll do a meditation for depression as well, because it's where I'm at the minute. For anybody else that's in the same place, I hope this helps. Yoga with Rob, Spirituality Matters on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you.